What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look at an incredibly busted Arc Hunter build featuring the Malfeasance exotic hand cannon and the Lucky Pants exotic boots. For more than a year now, the Malfeasance, along with many hand cannons, have reaped the benefits of the Lucky Pants intrinsic trait called illegally modded holster, a trait that provides significant damage and performance bonuses to hand cannons after readying. After 140 RPM hand cannons saw a major facelift earlier this year, it single-handedly propelled the Malfeasance into a position to rival the most top-tier DPS weapons in the game. Now that the Arcstrider subclass has seen a number of its own reworks, it provides us with some extremely unique advantages that synergize extremely well with this already broken combination of Malfeasance and Lucky Pants. So today we're breaking down this broken Malfeasance Arc build to reveal what makes it just so incredible. And by the end of this video, I have no doubts that those of you who have not given this Godslayer Hunter build a try will be logging on and grabbing your own Malfeasances and Lucky Pants to throw on so that you too can have legendary success at even the most challenging activities Destiny 2 has to offer. And before we get too ahead of ourselves, if you do end up enjoying today's video, find it helpful, then please be sure to help support the channel below by hitting that like button along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated. To understand just how powerful this build really is, we need to start at its core, and that is the Lucky Pants. Now, according to Bungie's in-game description, the Lucky Pants offer several benefits to hand cannons. When you ready a fully loaded hand cannon that deals kinetic damage or a damage type that matches your own subclass, each hit from that hand cannon increases the damage of the next shot for a short time against a combatant. Hand cannons ready faster and are more accurate immediately after swapping to them, provides a small benefit to the airborne effectiveness stat of hand cannons while this buff is active. What the in-game description fails to include is that the Lucky Pants also offer the intrinsic trait of hand cannon holster, which will automatically reload your stowed hand cannons. And as far as the airborne effectiveness, you receive a 20-point increase in airborne effectiveness while the illegal holster mod buff is active. Hand cannons receive an additional 100 points in handling when readying. Even the ready animation is increased for hand cannons. The Lucky Pants even make hand cannons more accurate, providing a 4-second window where you receive an increase to the cone size of your reticles by 40%, making it far more likely for you to land headshots. After readying a hand cannon, the illegal holster mod buff will apply, giving you increased damage for 5.5 seconds. During this 5.5 second period, each one of your shots, up to 10 shots, will have a 60% increase in damage, up to a total of 600%, with the first shot providing a 60% increase, second shot providing a 120% increase, and so on and so on. After firing your 10 shots or 5.5 seconds has expired, whichever comes first, you will receive a debuff called Out of Luck, and this will last for 10 seconds. During this window, you will not be able to re-ready your hand cannon to receive the illegal holster mod buff. But thankfully, you'll have a nifty little flavor text in the bottom left of your screen showing you when it's time to swap back over to a hand cannon. And since the Lucky Pants offers auto reloading for your hand cannon, you would have at least gotten 2 to 3 shots reloaded into your hand cannon at that point. The damage buff received by Lucky Pants is only effective against PvE combatants, so this will not work for PvP. It's equally important to know that during the 10-second window of Out of Luck, you might not be able to get a damage bonus by re-readying your hand cannon, but you can continue to receive the improved ready speed and accuracy after readying. These are some significantly important details left out of the in-game descriptions. Nevertheless, the Lucky Pants are an extraordinary set of exotic boots, and when paired up to the Malfeasance, some exceptional synergy happens. Now, it's important to know that the Lucky Pants do not provide an increase to the damage of the slug explosions that the Malfeasance creates, but it does improve the base damage of each one of its slug shots, along with the Malfeasance receiving all of the non-damage boosts provided by Lucky Pants. The Malfeasance comes with the intrinsic trait called Explosive Shadow. Shoot tainted slugs that burrow into combatants. Stacking enough slugs causes them all to explode, stunning the surviving combatants, and it's strong against unstoppable champions. The Malfeasance also comes with Taken Predator, bonus damage against taken enemies, and Gambit Invaders. And what this in-game description fails to mention about the Malfeasance is that it requires 5 slugs for an enemy to explode, and when your slugs do explode, they deal out 130% damage each. And when going up against Taken and Invaders, you receive a 25% increase in damage. Now you also get a 25% increase in damage when dealing damage against enemies caught within a Witherhoard Blight, which can provide some big time benefits, especially in activities like Grandmasters or Raids, and is just one of the many reasons that this build is so broken, because with the combination of Lucky Pants and Malfeasance, you're getting an increase in your ready speed, your handling, your accuracy, your damage, and we haven't even started on the Arcstrider subclass, which I have to say is incredibly perfect for this exotic combination. Arc 3.0 is built on the foundation of being a glass cannon, being quick and agile and dealing out damage just as fast, and that's exactly what we're going to be able to do with the Malfeasance and Lucky Pants with this Arc build. Now let's take a look at what this Arcstrider build is made of, and we start with our Arc aspect flow state. Defeating a jolted target makes you amplified. While you're amplified, your dodge recharges more quickly, you are more resilient while dodging, and your reload speed is greatly increased, which is really going to help the Malfeasance. Even without the benefits of flow state, while amplified, your movement speed and weapon handling are greatly increased, and after sprinting for a short time, your movement speed is even further increased. Rapidly defeating targets with arc damage is one of the ways to become amplified. When an enemy becomes jolted, they take additional damage while being jolted, and they will also cause chain lightning to spread to nearby targets, which will ultimately make the Malfeasance much more lethal. We're also running the lethal current aspect. After dodging, your next melee attack has increased lunge range, jolts the target, and creates a damaging aftershock. Damaging any jolted target with a melee attack will also blind them. And since we're using lethal current, we're going to go with combination blow for our charged melee attack. A quick strike that temporarily increases your melee damage when defeating a target, stacking up to 3 times. Defeating targets with this ability also fully refills your class ability energy, and it restores a small amount of health. The key component here is the recharge of class ability, because we are going with Marksman Dodge. That way, whenever we dodge, we get our equipped weapon automatically reloaded. In terms of fragments, we're going with Spark of Frequency. Melee hits greatly increase your reload speed for a short duration. We're also going with Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. This will also provide you with an additional 10 points in strength. We're going with Spark of Recharge. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. And lastly, we're going with Spark of Amplitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you are amplified creates an orb of power. And since all we'll have to do to get amplified is defeat enemies with arc damage, we should be able to easily stay amplified most of the time while engaged in combat. And with orb generation at mind, it's a good segue into our mods and armor. Since we're primarily going to be using the Malfeasance, I find it best to go with a kinetic siphon mod. This way you can create orbs of power after rapidly defeating enemies with kinetic weapons. Since we now have 2 ways of creating orbs, we're going to use the Taken Charge mod. Become charged with light by picking up orbs of power, which will synergize extremely well with high fire energy, which will provide any weapon, including the Malfeasance, with a 25% increase in damage when charged with light. Defeating an enemy will take one of those charges away. And since receiving that extra damage is going to be really important for us, we're going to be using stacks on stacks. This way we gain an extra stack of charged with light for every stack you gain. It does come with a cost of 10 points of recovery, but I think it's well worth it. And we're also going to run the Empowered Finisher mod, giving us another opportunity to become charged with light when finishing enemies. And since we can't always be using the Malfeasance, I find it best to run an Arc Siphon mod on an Arc helmet. This will do 2 things for us. 1, it'll give us the ability to create orbs after rapid arc weapon kills, and it allows us to use the Powerful Friends mod. When you become charged with light, nearby allies also become charged with light if they're not already. This also comes with a 20-point boost in your mobility, making it a great way to hit 100 if you're running short. Otherwise, the Radiant Light mod will be a great way to get extra strength. With all of these mods combined, we're going to be able to efficiently keep ourselves charged with light by creating orbs with both the Malfeasance and our other arc weapons. during which time we're going to be charged with light, receiving the high fire energy buff, which all stacks on top of the Malfeasance and the Lucky Pants buffs. Once you start factoring in the benefits of being amplified and attacking jolted enemies, this becomes one hellaciously incredible build. Since this build focuses heavily on the use of orb creation, Better Already mod will be a great legs mod to use to be able to get health back whenever you pick up an orb. And just as beneficial, the Insulation Void mod, which will reduce class ability cooldown each time you pick up an orb. And since we need to have our class ability ready whenever we need a reload, it's also going to be good to use the Focusing Strike mod. This seasonal mod grants class ability energy whenever you cause damage with a melee attack. And we're using Perpetuation, the Void class item mod that reduces class ability cooldown when using your class ability. And even though we'll get increased reload speed while being amplified, I find it best to run the Hand Cannon Loader mod. While the Malfeasance might be the focal point of this build, there are some exceptionally strong arc weapons that will complement it very well, especially weapons that come with chain reaction. Weapons like the Forbearance, Hero of Ages, Come to Pass, or weapons like Nezaric's Scent, the Wolf Tone Draw, or the Hothead Rocket Launcher, or the Storm Chaser Linear Fusion Rifle. Any of these would be amazing choices to go alongside the Malfeasance, the Lucky Pants, and this exceptionally broken build. And with that being said, I highly encourage all of you who have not given this amazing build a try to go do so immediately, and let me know what you think in the comments below. That's going to wrap things up for today's broken Arc Hunter build. Thank you as always for checking it out. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're in need of any help throughout this season, maybe with a raid, dungeon, nightfall, or anything else, then be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.